Kate thought to herself, quickly throwing out, "All right, I'm ready. Is your secret iron bucket going to leak?" The two uncles, as if finding a treasure, hesitated, unwilling to share any useful info. That night, the big uncle sleepwalked to the lake. Kate wanted to wake him, but the suddenly appearing second uncle blocked her like a security system, warning that it was super dangerous. He once tried to wake him up and almost got his neck tweaked. The second uncle continued, "Don't let the old man fool you. Back in the day, he could dance circles around 20 tough guys. Now, he's looking for a woman named Jasmine," and Kate curiously asked, "What happened 40 years ago? Did someone break into song and dance?" The animals seemed curious too, prompting the second uncle to reluctantly reveal a deep secret. In 1914, they spontaneously toured Europe. They cheekily bought the last ticket to Germany, thinking they'd enjoy some nightlife. But they ended up drinking so much that they passed out. When they woke up, they found themselves on a warship heading for North Africa. So they had to join the troops rookie soldiers in. They joined the North African conflict and fought many tough battles. Every time the second uncle was in trouble, big uncle swooped in like Superman. After the war, they split like wild teens. The second uncle adventured, while the big uncle, bored being single, stayed in the military. Appointed by North Africa's new gov to eradicate slave traders, he became legendary. Just as he reached the exciting part, the big uncle woke up from his sleepwalking, rampaging like a character from a celestial battle, and scolded the two little uncles. The story had to pause here, and back in her room, Kate stared at the woman's photo, wide-eyed. She was more eager to know what happened next. The next day, another relative came, clearly coveting the brothers' wealth, yet the uncles ignored them. They recognized Kate at once, saw her as competition, accused her mom of immorality, and complained first, trying to put her down. They stated that Kate's mom would never return and suggested sending her to an orphanage. Though Kate looked as innocent as a little angel, while a man beside her tried to. At that moment, Kate kicked him hard and darted away, eventually running to a phone booth kilometers away, ready to unload her troubles to her mom. To her surprise, the call said her mom wasn't at work. Kate realized she was duped again. What an unexpected twist. Kate totally collapsed. Meanwhile, the uncles worried about her safety and drove around all night. They found Kate curled in a corner at the farm, asking her next plan. Kate pointed at the map, smiling slightly. "I'm going to Montenabrug. I know Mom's not there, but at least I won't be trapped in the orphanage anymore." Everyone understood her resolve. "But it's too late. Help me out, Hub." She seemed to be toying with the uncle's patience. "Why? Sounds like he has something on his mind. Good luck with Montenabrug." Big uncle's timing was spot on. Upon hearing this, Kate rose to leave. The uncles didn't want her alone, so the elder uncle planned to keep Kate longer. That way, we can indirectly chase away those pesky relatives. The second uncle was indeed quite wise, and Kate decided to stick around. The next day, a crowd sat blankly at the door, and that so-called distant relative took shamelessness to new heights, inquiring about the old folks' medical care. Before anyone could respond, another car pulled up. He seemed to know the two uncles' hospitality all too well. He immediately raised a white flag. Just as the two brothers were about to draw their imaginary guns, Kate stopped them. "Let's see what he's selling after all. Money is meant to be spent." The uncles pondered this good reasoning and decided to give the salesperson a chance. Perhaps the salesperson knew the old men's interests well. He brought a flying disc launcher, claiming, "This is a gadget only vibrant men deserve." Clearly, the salesperson wasn't ordinary and didn't disappoint the brothers. After a few battles, Big Uncle was ready to purchase. But the relatives nearby thought it was a dangerous toy, and they quickly beat a hasty retreat. They went to the lakeside, and Kate was in charge of launching discs for the uncles. With a blast, they all had an awesome day together. Over time, the two lovable old men seemed to become shopaholics, accepting every salesperson that came roaring in. Having never planted a garden, they bought tons of vegetable seeds, hoping to taste the fruits of their own labor. As the seedlings grew, they were all corn. They realized not all salespeople are honest. Later, they lavishly spent a huge sum of money on acquiring a lion, eager to personally experience the thrill of the hunt. Turns out they were ripped off by a shady dealer and got an old lioness. Needing to save face, they gifted it to Kate as a pet. Big Uncle's face quickly changed, eyes glistening with tears. He hinted to Kate, "It'll get you a little lion someday." Without a second thought, he left. Kate didn't quite catch the hint. To care for the fierce lion, they ordered a truckload of lion chow. Big Uncle loaded it up the truck solo and ended up nearly collapsing under the lion armor. After Big Uncle got sent to the hospital, they sat in the hallway, resuming their tale of African adventures. The second uncle said that when Big Uncle was rescuing slaves, he just happened to run into the princess maid. Big Uncle told the princess, and she wanted to meet this valiant man. That day, he was riding by the seaside when suddenly a man in black appeared. Being quite competitive, how could Big Uncle let anyone surpass him? They raced neck and neck until their horses collided and tumbled into the water. Furious, Big Uncle leapt up abruptly, swiftly drawing his dagger from his waist, determined to engage in a life-or-death duel with the man in black, only to unexpectedly discover that it was Princess Jasmine. He was left frozen in astonishment on the spot. They fell in love at first sight, but their romance wasn't without its bumps. Turns out the chief of a neighbouring country had already arranged for a marriage proposal with the princess, intending to confine her within the palace walls. However, Jasmine was steadfast in her resolve to marry Big Uncle, regardless of the consequences, come what may. The chief confined her, but Jasmine, unyielding, resolved to slit her throat.